Hello and welcome to my Li Mei is a badass video. I've been hearing a lot of people talk about this character like she really sucks. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna talk about Li Mei. Okay, so first of all, I've been playing around with Mortal Kombat 1 just for the last few days because I kind of got the game a little later than everybody. But one of my favorite things about fighting games is playing around with the different characters and just seeing what they can do and seeing what kind of combos I can make up. It's just a lot of fun for me. Okay, so Li Mei, I hear all kinds of negative stuff about her. So let's look at what she's capable of, okay? So if we go into our advanced shit here, we're looking at block advantage 2, block advantage 2, block advantage -4, and as you know, -4 means it is safe on block. So this string right here, it launches your opponent back. For most characters, this would really suck, but because Li Mei has this move where her back forward 4 makes her leap forward like this, you can actually combo off of that. So I've been hearing lots of stuff that, oh, her damage isn't good, blah, blah, blah. But check this out, dude. That's 226 damage. That's almost 23% off of that one little, just tiny little string, right? That's 1, 2, 1, 2, okay? Now, you know, as a punish string, that 7-frame 1, that's gonna be your basic punish string, right? You're gonna come off of this and punish people because it's the fastest thing she has. You can also combo off of a few of her other special moves, obviously. See, if you do that, you get 215. So you could do the 1, 2, 4 into the down back 3, and we get this, but that's 215.06. But doing this one, I really like it because you're talking 226 damage, which is almost a quarter of a life bar, but then look at where she's at. She is way over here. Look how close she is to the corner of the screen. So you could theoretically come in here, start a match, boom, chick is already in the corner basically. For all intents and purposes, she's in the corner. Another thing I found that's really badass is the fact that when you're playing Li Mei, you can set up your little lantern. And I like this lantern because this lantern is basically, you're not jumping today, bitch. And for instance, if we take one of her starters, which I really love this starter actually. She has a low starter. In Mortal Kombat 11, Shang Tsung had a low starter, and it was one of my favorite combo starters because it's a 6-frame startup, but the thing you're looking up here is, look at this range. The range is not bad. So you're coming in low. You're gonna possibly be ducking under fireballs. I'm not even sure about that. We're gonna test that out in a few minutes. But you can take a low starter, right? And then the X, the 3, so this is a forward 4-3. So we got a launcher here, okay? All right, so not only could you start off of this, that could be a starter right there, right? Oh, by the way, forward 4-4 is a low to an overhead. Forward 4-3 is a low to a mid. So if you think that they're gonna keep ducking, like if you think they're just gonna keep ducking for that low, you can actually mix that up, hit them again with the overhead. And trust me, especially once you start getting to like higher level gameplay, like messing with your opponent's head is a really big part of these kind of games. So like you can come in with a low, just hey, look, I'm poking you a low. You keep blocking high, and I'm gonna keep hitting you with this low. But then eventually they're gonna start blocking low, right? Then you come in, boom, overhead. So we got sort of a mix-up going on right here. A little bit of a mix-up, and mix-ups are pretty fun. Now, another thing is, that low 4-3 starter is a pop-up that we can turn into a combo. Now, one thing that's fun about this is experimenting with how you can make different combos. So one I figured out is 3-1. So you pop them up, 3-1, and look at that. That's 25% off of 1 bar. That's not bad. That's a quarter of opponent's health bar. And what we did right there was did the forward 3 pop up. Then we do the 2-1, because if you try to 1-1 in the air, it doesn't work. If you just try to hit 1-1, see, it just hits one time. But if you hit 2-1 in the air, now you got a combo. So you got 2 more hits off of that. And it just occurred to me when I started going through her moves here, you can come down and see this air flipping heel kick. So she can only do this move in the air. And if you played Mortal Kombat 11, you probably recognize this move because Devora had a move just like this in one of her variations. It was in her 3rd variation, and she would spin in the air. It's a double overhead, so already pretty freaking disgusting. The only bad thing is, I don't think that the enhanced version of this is a pop-up like Devora's was. It's basically a, it's just a little extra damage. But another cool thing about it is you can combo into it. So you can jump kick into this. But my favorite way to use it right now is up into this combo. 25, well, didn't get 25 that time. I think one move missed. 24.3 that time. Oh, you know what? I think it's because I did the kick. Yeah, 24. You get 24.3 if you do the kick. If you do the 2 punches, well, if you do the 2 punches and all the hits connect, there we go. You get the 249. So down 4-3, up in the air, 3-2, boom, boom. Do that flip kick. It's at 25%, and it's easy. The timing is not that difficult. There's been a few I've been playing around with that the timing is much, much trickier. So for instance, you can pop them up and you can do a standing 2-1 and see if you do the knee kick, it kind of goes under her. So you have to delay it a second. But then you get 25%, actually a little bit more, and you get a hell of a screen carry. So look at that. She's all the way over here. So boom, boom, up in the air, delay it a second. Whoop, wrong one. Boom, boom, delay it a little bit, back up, boom, screen carry. And now she's actually in the corner, for real. It's not just close to the corner, she is in the corner. So you got this one that puts them kind of close. But if you got the patience to do that little delay on your, see, it's still tricky. I still kind of mess it up every once in a while myself. The trick is to let it go a little bit longer than you think it needs to go, where you're like, oh God, she's about to fall. But don't worry, Li Mei is pretty damn fast. Her forward 2 is pretty quick, so don't worry about it. Actually, her forward 2 and her 2 are the same move. Never mind. Okay, let's see. What was something else I was going to talk about? Oh yeah. So any of her moves like this, where you knock the opponent on their ass, you pretty much have enough time to set up the lantern because A, you're knocking them really far away from you. So unless they have a very fast projectile, they wouldn't have a chance of touching you anyway. But then, if we go down into here, and I'm hoping, oh, is it actually saving my options? Oh no, it's not saving them. I just had it on for so long. Okay, so if you look in here, what is our hit advantage? It says 20 frames down there at the bottom of the screen, right? Now, what is our startup on our lantern? 28 frames, okay? So that's 8 frames, but most of those frames, your opponent is still getting their ass up. So the lantern is pretty much out for all intents and purposes. And if you want to take a look at some of Li Mei's other strings, so we got the 2-1-4. We got 2-1-4. Let's look at it again. Hit advantage 27 frames, right? And the lantern, you remember, is 28. So 2-1-4, your opponent's standing up, the lantern is in their ass. So pretty sweet. Knock them down, pop up a lantern. And of course, with all characters that have cool setup moves like this, it's really fun to do it mid-combo. So let's think about doing an air cancel. We can come in, pop her up. Oh, sorry. We can pop her up, throw out the lantern. Unfortunately, we can't cancel in the air like we can with certain characters, but you can always get that extra kick in like that. You can just kick into lantern, and if you look what we're working with right here, That is 32 frames of hit advantage, and again, we remember Lantern is only 28. So you have plenty of time to get that lamp up, and if you look at it, it's right over her head when she stands up. So if you're playing against somebody who's really prone to just like to jump around, oh boy, it's going to be a bad time for them. I could actually see somebody got 29 frames of hit advantage if we do a 3. So I could actually see somebody really losing their patience against this character because you're constantly putting this shit up over their head. I mean, just look at that. Like, she can't go nowhere. She can't go nowhere. The only thing she can do is back up and block. And if she blocks, you just go for your throw. Let's see, what's something else we could do? We could pop her up, Lantern. Oh yeah, and also, since apparently Cyrax is the new hotness, I've been playing around with Cyrax as my support character. I keep wanting to call him a support character instead of a cameo. And I'm honestly forgetting what game I'm even thinking of when I use that. I hope it's not Dota 2, but it may be. Okay, so we're gonna pop up the Lantern. Now, your opponent can jump, they can block, you've got the net. I mean, there's all kinds of different things you can do here. You could pop up, throw down a Lantern, Cyrax, bring them in to explode. The only thing about the explosion is you don't want to have that explosion come out when you're next to him because it's going to hit you too. Li Mei, though, remember, it's I keep forgetting that you have to just hold the R1. I'm still getting used to the cameo system, to be quite honest. So this time you would have a situation where if she starts blocking it, you could probably go for a throw. And just to set it up, let's go ahead and tell our opponent to just block. Okay, see how she's blocking? Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna pop out the Lantern like we normally would. Okay, put the Lantern up. Put the Lantern up. Cyrax is up here in her face. Oh, she teched the throw. I guess the computer's set to auto tech. Well, the computer's not gonna always auto tech. So anyway, apparently movement, throw, escape off, berserker off. Well, that's interesting. It doesn't say that she's gonna auto tech it. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. It's random. It's random on this. But yeah, so you can pop up your Lantern. Cyrax comes in with his pressure, and they're gonna either get thrown, or if they get lucky, they can tech it. But then even still, they tech it, they're way back over there. You got enough room to come in with a projectile. You got enough room to do all kinds of stuff. The good thing about going into practice mode is if you go in here, you can look at your block advantage without having to look at the whole list. Personally, I really like this though, because now you can scroll down and you could just say, okay, so this is plus on block, -4, it's safe on block. It might not be still your turn, but you know, they can't counter that as long as you're blocking. They're not going to be able to punish it. Now we got this -8. That's her down 1. Don't want to throw them out too much. Yeah, this is -2, +6. So boom, boom, boom. Look at that. +6. That's a good ass string. And again, you know, we were talking about just a minute ago how, let's see here, off. So if you go into this, this is a string that it knocks them away. This one, unfortunately, you can't cancel into the Lantern with this. That sucks. But you have so much hit advantage that you can definitely get that Lantern out. Because look at that. That's hit advantage 27. Lantern again is 28. So, I mean, just put the Lantern out as fast as you can. You're jumping distance away. Actually, you're a little bit more than jumping distance because you can't even jump kick her from there. So you're jumping distance slightly plus a little bit more space away. You got plenty of time to set up your Lantern. Let me think. What other things that I want to talk about? I had so many things come up while I was getting ready to make this video, and I had so many technical issues I had to fix really quick that I forgot about a lot of the things I was going to say. A lot of it came from me just playing around here, though. The Z Lion, or Ji Lion. This just looks like, I mean, it's a mid and it's 11 frames. That's pretty damn fast. So this to me actually looks like this might be a good move to just throw out. Not to mention you can cancel into it from your low starter. So yeah, back one, it's a mid. Back 1-2, you got a mid-mid combo with a knockdown. Let's see, how many frames of advantage was that? Freaking 40 frames of hit advantage. You know what that means. Hit advantage, bitch. Eat the lantern. Now remember, if you do your back throw, if you do your back throw quick enough, you can actually get her into your lantern when you throw her. It's tricky. It doesn't always work, but damn, is it great when it does. Oh yeah, that's right. Another thing you can do is you can have the lantern up. You can just launch them up into it if you want to. Completely forgot. That was actually one of the first things I tried to do. Was I realized that the lantern can actually be sort of like an extra damage thing for your combos. Because look at that. Now you're getting 28%. Put the lantern up. This is something I didn't even think about until just now. Put that lantern up. Try to get it close to her. Damn, it actually launched her even higher. I didn't expect it to give her extra launch. That's pretty sweet. Okay, boom, boom. Wow, look at that. We almost got 30% with a combo with Li Mei, but, you know, I've been hearing all about how shitty her damage is. And honestly, I think for a character who has setup potential, even 25% is pretty cool for me. I mean, you only have to pull off 4 of those and you've won the round. Another really important thing is I noticed that in the basic attacks, this thing kind of threw me off when I first looked at it. It's this thing called the Lion's Pounce. And I kept having an issue, and I don't know if any of you guys have had this happen, but I just noticed she just does this little flip. And I was like, what the hell is this? This isn't even an attack. Looks like all she's doing is just, maybe she could use it to jump over a big fireball or a fireball that's on the ground. Well, I figured this out. If you just tap forward and X, she actually does an overhead kick. It's got super low startup, or super long startup, but it's an overhead. It's pretty similar to like Aaron Black's overhead dive kick from MK11. And yeah, just kind of an interesting move. Trying to think what other stuff she does. She doesn't have like a ton of crazy range, but again, it looks like a lot of her moves. See, like that one, 26 frames of hit advantage. So it looks like a lot of her stuff is really there to set up that freaking lantern. And I'm trying to think right now of anything you can do with the lantern. It's gonna be basically, you know, the skies are off limits. So what else can she do when she can't jump away from you? She's gonna have to block, attack, or go forward. So if you've got that shut off, you can start throwing in her fireball, which it's a 70 damage fireball. It's not too bad. You can amplify it to do a mid. And whoa, actually, wait a minute. Let's look at that again. What all did that shit do? That was it says it's 0 on block. Is it not telling me? It says block type high. It looks like it's a high and 2 mid. So the initial hit is a high. And I'm actually kind of wondering, does that mean if she blocks that, or ducks that rather, does that mean that she is going to just move all that? Let's take a look. Can we make her block and attacks in their current stance? Trying to set it to how to make them just duck. Will it let me do that? Block mode. Huh. Well, I know if they're blocking, it's going to hit him anyway. Huh. Well, that sucks. I'm trying to figure out how to make her just duck. Oh, movement mode. There we go. Duck. Okay. There we go. Now we're ducking. Let's test this out. Okay, so they can actually neutral duck the amplified version of that. So if they just neutral duck everything, you're just screwed. But again, if they do neutral duck, we have ways of dealing with that too, right? So we've got the Lion's Pounce, so they can neutral duck it. That's great. Well, you can come in from a pretty good distance. Okay, it doesn't come in super far, but let's see. Jumping distance? No. So it's about basic jumping distance is where you can go with the overhead. So any further than here, and that's not really the move you want to take to counter that neutral duck. Let's see what else we got. Of course, we got the lion's tail. You can 1-1. So if she does want to keep ducking, you can come in here and wear her ass out with that. And let's see. Of course, if you get that low, you can just go ahead and just go for your combo anyway. Which, again, man, this is just me playing around for a few minutes, and I figured a lot of this stuff out. Like, I have no idea what other kind of crap you're gonna find out later. But just to prove that I'm not crazy, this character is not a piece of crap, let's do a quick tower with Li Mei, the character that everybody says is bottom tier here. We'll just put it on regular difficulty since I'm still new to the game, because I don't think I can quantify a character being bad because of the fact that I'm still really new to this. Alright, so let's see what we can do. Coming in, already got our combo. Oh, and look, we just found out something new, didn't we? We can jump kick people into our freaking lamp. Oh, see, okay, so he neutral ducked. He neutral ducked our fireball. Lantern? Okay. I still haven't memorized all of our buttons, so that's why I've been spending a lot of time in practice mode. And you'll notice that if you do manage to get somebody with the lantern, well, it's really convenient because you get a free combo off of that. I was kind of hoping he was going to fall into it again. And we did not both block that time. That's interesting. A forward throw, just keep him in the corner here. Go ahead and set up my lantern. Alright. I don't know any Li Mei's fatalities. We're just gonna skip through that. We're just doing this as a demonstration of what she can do in a fight. Of course, naturally, I'm gonna spend a little bit more time trying to practice her before I start doing any Combat League matches with her. But I can say that so far, I think she's a lot cooler than she's getting credit for. And if this sounds kind of insane to you, trust me, there's plenty more to come, because when Mortal Kombat 11 came out, I was the dude for standing behind the characters that everybody said were low tier. I used to do very well in ranked matches with Kotal Khan and Devora, and everybody said both of those characters were garbage. Alright, now I need to remember our punish. Got to remember that 1-2 punish is going to be... Uh-oh, he's going to get me, isn't he? Yeah, I should have blocked. His start up for that fatal blow is actually pretty slow, I see. Okay, guy. This kind of reminds me of a little bit of his Mortal Kombat 10 fatal blow. Popped you up. I like how they do that little pause kind of slow-mo thing on the last hit. Okay. Knocked him into the lantern. 200 bit damage. All right. Of course, you know you can always do Just the straight combo if you're not feeling like getting too wild. Uh-oh. Oh, and look, he went after me with the Superman. Went right into the lantern. Should have enough hit advantage on that to throw another lantern out. And I really think that Li Mei's game is going to be a lot about having that lantern out as much as possible. So having the hit advantage that she gets on her moves is going to be essential. I think this character is going to be a lot of fun to play. I can't wait to like possibly figure out new stuff you can do with her. But I mean, right now, just look at this. Corner carry. Okay, she ducked that. Hit advantage. You got, look, she flew right into the damn thing. Oh, that's right. I remember another thing, too, I forgot to mention is that, you know, if they're going to go ahead and start doing their crap, where they're going to start ducking everything, you can always do the air kick. And that is 10% for a down back 4 in the air. And like we've already discussed, Li Mei kind of owns the air in this game. I know that everybody's talking about Natara has all these air dashes and crap, but I haven't seen a lot with this character so far to make me that impressed. We're going to try to back throw her and get her ass back in that corner. She grabbed me in the middle of a kick. Did you see that? Oh, Jax with the counter. Pressure. Uh-oh. Again. See if we can block this. Oh, it's an overhead. I duck blocked because I didn't know if Natara's fatal blow was an overhead or not, because it just feels like I'm so new to the game I haven't learned everybody's little tricks yet. All right. Li Mei also has the added bonus of not being an extremely stupid looking character, because I just don't know, man. Some of these characters like really crack me up with how goofy looking they are. Back throw, get him back in the corner. Now, how can he combo break when that's the last frame of the, or that's the last move of the combo? And then it looks like also you want to be careful with the lant, because the lantern doesn't it doesn't completely go off screen until it's off screen, so you cannot pop another one up in the air until it's done, so be careful about that. But how satisfying is it to just, look at this, just, oh, am I going low? Am I going low, or am I going to go overhead again? And I mean, I know I'm playing against the computer on medium right now, but I can tell you with a character that I don't know at all, this is way harder. And even with, I tried doing a tower earlier with a character that I had been practicing with a little bit, and I was having a much more difficult time than I was with Li Mei. She just seems like a lot of freaking fun. Okay, let's set up our lantern. Jump right into it. Oh, and see that knee dash? That's another helpful way of taking advantage of somebody who's falling that far away. I really love when moves can do that, because it actually sort of reminds me of Jackie's dash punch from Mortal Kombat 11. And that stuff is really handy, because when somebody screws up, touches that lantern, oh, I missed it that time. God, in the corner carry, dude. And I mean, I don't know what's going on in a lot of people's minds. Maybe they're just like getting really excited for specific characters, but I've never heard of this character before. I'm assuming she's new for this game. But dude, like, she's pretty fucking legit. Okay, that one looks like it's a mid. Just look at that, man. That was just brutal. And then you take into account that I haven't even been using her her projectile that much. I'm really excited to see how she's gonna do in ranked matches, because going online in Combat League, that's really what you're gonna run into is how do they do online against real people. But I can tell you that even doing decent against medium difficulty computer is a good sign for me. Uh-oh. That was probably the wrong move. Let's see if I can throw him back in the corner. Oh, he just dodged that. How you like that? It's all right. I got enough corner carry, dude. I can just throw your ass in this corner. And Quan. Okay, he really... You know what? He's going to keep ducking. But he's going to keep blocking and ducking. That's fine. We'll just... Yeah, okay. There we go. That's a really just like a general tip, if you haven't played a lot of fighting games, is your opponents online especially are going to get really funny about doing the same thing over and over. And if you can start getting the hang of reading what they're going to do and just kind of realize that some people kind of have this thing where they'll just kind of panic, do the same move over and over again. You want to keep mixing up your strategies. And that may sound like a duh, anybody would think to do that kind of thing. And I'm going to tell you right now, I was doing it when I first started. I would just be like, it's almost like your brain will shut down at times. And it's you kind of want to be thinking in a chill way with your mind so that you don't get too aggravated when something's not working in a fight, because I mean obviously it's a fight, it's going really fast, you don't have a lot of time to react. And what I always suggest is try to relax to the point where you're concentrating, but you are you're still very much actively thinking about what's going on in the game. So if you keep trying the move and you're not getting anywhere, just try to think about, okay, this isn't working. What have I got to do to get around this? So, you know, that's just kind of a general gameplay thing that I've just noticed from playing fighting games so much. But yeah, anyway, so these are just some thoughts I had on this character that I heard everybody was hating on, and I decided to give her a try today and just piddle around and see. I'm still in the phase where I'm trying to figure out which characters I like. I have a few more that I really am enjoying right now, but I was kind of surprised. Li Mei is one of two that I've already seen that I think the characters are a lot better than they're giving credit for. So if you liked watching this, kind of I don't know what you'd call it, just like sort of a introduction to the character, things the character can do, whatever tips. You know, give me a thumbs up, comment, let me know what you think about it. If you enjoy stuff like this, let me know, and I'm going to keep making videos like this because I love fighting games. I love talking about fighting games, and, you know, a new Mortal Kombat coming out, I mean, my Christmas has already taken place, you know what I mean? Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.